This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Regional Medical Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
A very good evening, folks, from Winslow High School. Around the corner from Standing on the Corner, as we're at Winslow High School, where the visiting Snowflake Lobos travel up and down the interstate to take on the Winslow Bulldogs here at home. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com. I'm Aaron Hewish. I'm joined tonight graciously by Mr. Joe Clare. Joe Clare's going to have much insight. How you doing tonight, Joe?
Good, Aaron. How are you?
Good. We're going to first go to our Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center pregame. And as far as I know, we have no injuries to report as we have the officials for tonight's game coming over, getting ready to go. As far as I know, Joe, both teams are set and ready to go, and we don't have any injuries to report.
Yeah, no injuries from our vantage point, at least, and which is a good thing. I want to see a healthy game of basketball. It should be two good games tonight.
I totally agree with you. So that's our Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center. Has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center. And folks, we're going to break here in a little bit and go to our anthem and the lineups. However, we're going to start off with our Ace Hardware pregame, our Ace Hardware keys of the game. Ace Hardware is a 24/7 locksmith. Anytime you're locked out of your car, day or night, and your key made any night of the week, call Ace Hardware, Pine Top, Overguard, and Sholo. As we're going to go ahead and take a break, folks, come back and give you our Ace Hardware pregame as well as our starting lineups. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share. You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnault and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
Welcome back, everybody. Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com. As the starting lineups and player introductions about to get going, our broadcast here, as we'll come back to our Ace Hardware keys of the game in a little bit. We're going to turn it over to public address for tonight's starters. Denhalter Yarn, Hancock Kupfer, and Raynell West, the starters for the Lobos. Holiday, Curley, Upshaw, Chi, and Balone, the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. And I got to go back to our Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report. We would like to report that Tatum Henling is out for the rest of the year with a knee for the Bulldogs as we get set to start this game. We're going to move to our Ace Hardware preview of the game. And I got to ask you, Joe, other than fundamental basketball, are there any keys tonight?
I think so. I think Winslow, for them to keep it close tonight, has got to shoot well from the perimeter. They got to hit threes. They got to make Snowflake come out and extend and defend them. And then Snowflake, they just got to play team basketball. They play team basketball, they'll usually get it done.
We were talking to Coach Mike Brogan a little bit before the game, and he said this is one of his most motivated teams he's ever had as far as the seniors taking the lead and the underclassmen doing what's asked. And so we're set for a good one tonight. It's always hard to come into this gym if you're the Lobos, and Winslow got a little bit to prove as we're going to have Curley facing west in the jump circle as our head official tonight is Mr. Neil Yazzie. He's followed by his two partners, and that is Brian Sosi as well as Scott Baker. And the trip is tipped by West but controlled by Balone as Balone sends it forward to Chi. Back to Balone, over to Chi. Chi now at the top of the key. Chi over now to number 15, Upshaw. Upshaw in the corner. Upshaw to Curley. Curley back over to Chi. She goes to her left, being guarded closely by Denhalter. Looking, now to Balone. Balone always a danger from beyond that arc as Balone's going to sit and drive. Balone's going to get a wide open look to the basket, and she's going to be fouled as she's going to go to the line to shoot a couple, and we have a very quick foul early on.
Yeah, just nice weave out front by Winslow, and they got – so Snowflake tends to reach a little bit. They like to steal the ball, and Raya reached a little bit there and gave up positioning and ended up getting the foul.
Well, one thing I think as Balone takes her first free throw, it is good, is I don't think you want to put these Winslow Bulldogs on the line for too much because they are very, very good at shooting free throws, as Balone does make her first one. She misses her second rebound, Denhalter. The other thing, Joe, is I don't see that you're going to want Raya Denhalter in foul trouble, because that is a huge loss as she's done very well. A returning starter from last year and a lot of returning players that saw a lot of time from the state championship team last year as Winslow leads 1-0. Balone now over to Upshaw. Upshaw now to the top of the key being guarded by Yarn. Upshaw goes left, now is right, now it's collapsed on by Hancock. Looking, she throws it in the middle to Holiday. Now outside, three-point shot. I think that was Upshaw. No, it was Curley. And that's going to be good, as that is going to be Nelani Chi. 2 points. We saw Chi last week in that game against Blue Ridge. Forward to Denhalter to West. As that's going to be tried to capture by Yarns, and that's going to go back court, but no call, as now it's going to be tied up as Hancock is going to tie up, and that's going to belong to the Lobos. Joe, the Lobos very uncharacteristic not breaking that press early on.
Yeah, one thing they've struggled with lately is the press, and they're too tentative with it. They tend to dribble back and then try to make these passes, and we'll see if they tend to attack it here.
Now, one thing is we have a 3-0 lead by the Bulldogs. One thing I've been told is as we have Denhalter is stolen, and that's going to be stolen by Balone, and Balone's going to be called for the travel. One thing that I remember, Joe, as fundamental basketball as a little kid is the less you can dribble in the press, the better.
Pass, pass, pass.
And so the Lobos, I think, have to do that from just their observation here as Hancock goes forward to Yarn. Back to Hancock. Hancock stops the key over to Yarn. Yarn looking for West. West now in the middle out to Denhalter. Denhalter throws it to Kupfer, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. They're going to initially call it out and say it was Winslow's ball, but one of our officials, Mr. Baker, says, no, that's wrong, as Josie Clare now checks in. Josie Clare, relation to our addresser tonight, our other announcer, and that is Mr. Joe Clare. I believe it's your daughter.
It is.
If you know as good of a ball player as Josie is, folks, she is a much better individual and a human being, one of the best, and a lot to say about these girls on both teams. As Balone goes and drives and puts it up, that's going to be no good. And it looks like they are shouldering Balone with a lot of the opportunities here early on for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, she took that coast to coast, and so far each team has 3 turnovers, so now a fourth for Snowflake.
4 turnovers, so 7 in the ball game between both teams. 4 for the Lobos, 3 for the Bulldogs. As Balone gets it, guarded by Denhalter. Now Balone drives, and she's going to get called for her second travel. So the turnover battle ends up being similar right now. 3-2, Winslow leads, 5 minutes and 49 seconds left. We appreciate you joining us tonight from Winslow High School in Winslow, Arizona. As here come the Lobos, break the press. That's over, and Denhalter throws it to Claire, and she threw it a step behind Claire as Claire was looking for the forward pass to drive up and in, and another turnover for the Lobos.
And Brogan is doing this more and more. He's substituting really quick when people aren't quite doing what they need to and trying to get a spark here early.
There's pros and cons to both of that. As we get a whistle and we get a timeout, we're going to go ahead and take it too. This is Show Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
Welcome back, Show Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com. And Mr. Clare brought up during the break an interesting statistic. Go ahead and elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, Snowflake's had 6 possessions, 5 turnovers, and Winslow is at 7 possessions, 4 turnovers. So some sloppy play to start this game.
And you see that Coach Brogan looks a little bit frustrated here to start this game, but the Lobos, as there's a ball in and it's intercepted by Clare, and reminiscent of that national championship last night where Indiana intercepted it just at the end of the game, but nice job by Claire. She can play defensive back for the Lobos, but I believe she's a volleyball player.
Yes, she is.
As Ballone brings the ball up, guarded by Yarn. Ballone now over to Upshaw. Upshaw at the top of the key, guarded by Claire. Over in the corner. Over in the corner to Chi. Chi back to Ballone. Ballone back to Chi again. Over in the corner to Holiday. Holiday no good. Rebound, Raynell West, as we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a foul. That's going to be the first personal foul on the Bulldogs. 3-2, 5 minutes and 6 seconds left. And, Joe, I'm seeing that neither team is settling into anything so far in this game.
Yeah, nothing. At this rate, we're going to have a very low-scoring game, a lot of turnovers, but I assume they'll get used to the speed of the game and get their feet wet.
Well, I'm impressed with Winslow's press that they're running right now. They have stymied the Lobos as Hancock gets the ball and brings it across the time stripe on a pass from Yarn. Now Hancock looking to drive. She puts up a floater. That's going to be no good. She's going to get her own rebound. Now goes inside to West. West looking for a drop step. Now kicks it out to Yarn. Yarn three-point range wide open. That's going to be good. A.J. Yarn, a comfort fit dentures. Three-point shot. 5-3. Lobos on top.
Yeah, all that got made by Taylor's hustle. Just nice drive, got her own rebound, nice kick out, was able to hit a 3.
Upshaw over on the far side now sends it into, I believe that's Amaya Yazi as Yarn tries to get it. But they're going to get A.J. Yarn with a reach-in, a diving foul, and it's going to belong to the Winslow Bulldogs. That's going to be the Lobos' second team foul.
These are good friends of ours, but I hate that call. She dives, gets the ball first, and then rolls across the feet. I just think that's a hustle play. I think you let him play on.
And it's so early in the game, it's almost like you got that call because there's trying to be an establishment going on. But you and I both know him well, Scott Baker, one of the best, and maybe that's what something they pre-gamed about is Winslow puts it up, misses it. Now Josie Claire with the rebound. Claire brings it forward. Now she throws it forward to Comfort to Yarn. Yarn puts it up, left side, left hand, and that is good.
Well, that was great ball movement there. Yeah, I mean, the refs are just like anybody else, right? They're trying to get their feet wet and get used to the game too. So.
And sometimes they're on their second, possibly done a JV game because of the shortage of officials, and we just don't know, and maybe they haven't worked together, and there's a mindset. So I do agree with you. I didn't particularly care for the call. However, it's a call, and we live with it. It's kind of like
move on.
It's kind of like his Upshot goes to the line. Upshot's first free throw is good. As you know, I like to say, Joe, is what's a strike in softball and baseball? Well, it's the need. No. It's whatever the umpire says.
That's so true.
And so,
well, me and you both officiate football, and we've made plenty of calls that other people disagree with. So.
Oh, and we get film on Saturday mornings from people going, "What were you thinking here? Or what were you not thinking?" And it's funny that you say that. As Upshaw looks for her second, is if you watch the national championship, her free throw is good, and it's going to be 7-5. Lobos on top. As that national championship last night, Coach Kurt Signetti of the Indiana Hoosiers at halftime basically ripped the officials. Here comes Josie Claire, and she's going to drive and put up an easy 2 points for Josie. And one of the things that Coach Signetti said for Indiana was how he felt there was some 3 calls not called. And so everybody's going to disagree with the officials, but they're the ones in stripes. They're the ones that have put in the time. And so we're going to go from there.
Absolutely.
Yazi with the ball. Yazi now over to Puhuvayava, Taylin Puhuvayava, as she's going to drive, looking left, looking right. She's guarded closely by Denhalter. Now it's going to go out to Chi. Chi puts up a 3-point shot. No good, and Josie Claire had that rebound. We're going to get a reach, and I believe they're going to call that a foul. I thought first we might be getting a jump ball, but we weren't, as Harley Nichols is going to check in for the Lobos, and she's going to check in for Yarn.
And that is 2 fouls on Tatum Upshaw already. So
as Winslow putting on the press, Nichols now with the ball. Nichols over to Denhalter. Denhalter guarded by Huvayava. Goes to the far side. It's going to be knocked away. We're going to get a whistle. And the ball went on the ground, and Kupfer reached in and tried to grab it. I believe Kupfer was tied up by Chi, and the referees quickly signaled a jump ball, as we're going to have another Bulldog substitution.
Yeah, that's to get her out with 2 fouls, so save her rest of the game. But that's 6 turnovers each team so far.
And that's a stat we got to keep watching, Mr. Claire, is that turnover battle, because right now being even, it shows that the score is right about there too. As Yazi's going to go, and she's going to put up, it's going to be no good. Rebound is by Claire. Claire forward to Nichols. Nichols now over on the far side to Kupfer. Kupfer 3-point shot. Comfort Fit Dentures. 3-point shot, number 12, Bryn Kupfer, the junior for the Lobos. As the ball gets stolen back, Nichols ends up with it. However, she misses. Yazi now with the rebound. Yazi with the ball. Yazi brings it forward for the Bulldogs, crosses over the time stripe. Yazi now at the top of the key, now into the free throw line. She looks to drive, ripped away, stolen by Kupfer. Kupfer 1 on 2 fast break. Kupfer gets ahead using her speed. Now she's going to lay it up, but it is no good. Rebound to the Bulldogs. Forward now to Curley. Back now to Chi, as the ball's going to go, and it's going to be kicked or tipped by a foot out of bounds, as Yarn's going to check back in for the senior, Taylor Hancock, number 4.
Yeah, a lot of substitutions by both coaches. Trying to find the right set on the court. So,
as looks like we might have something else, as Ballone is going to check back in for the Winslow Bulldogs. Ballone's going to check back in. I'm seeing who she's replacing, as she is going to replace Ayla Curley for the Bulldogs. We've had actually a lot of opportunity to watch these Bulldogs this year, and here on iTalk 106.7, and they are a never say die mentality team. As Yazi's going to get the ball back to Ballone. Ballone out to Taylin Puhuvayava. Taylin tries to drive. Now she stops short of the free throw line. Tries to pass it behind her back, and it's going to be stolen by Raya Denhalter. That's going to be another turnover for the Bulldogs. Denhalter goes left, goes right, sweeps through traffic. Wow. Raya Denhalter 2 points, and it's funny because we've just casually accepted that's how Raya Denhalter does and plays, but that was an amazing play. As Puhuvayava back now to Yazi. Yazi over to Upshaw. Chi. And Ballone's going to shoot a 3-point Comfort Fit Dentures 3-point shot. She didn't just shoot it, she shot it. And that one settles down. Yarn now with the ball for the Lobos. Over now to Nichols. Nichols back to Yarn. Yarn inside to Kupfer. Kupfer drop step, jump shot. I don't even know what to call that one, Mr. Claire, because that was just very fundamental jump shot basketball.
Yeah, just a turnaround jump shot.
As the Lobos are going to get the ball, Claire's going to go, and it's going to ring in and out as she shoots it from the free throw line. Winslow tries to grab the rebound. It's kicked out of bounds. Kicked. Knocked out with the hands, and now the ball is going to belong to the Lobos. Yarn's going to inbound, and we have, I believe this is Aubrey Denhalter as well as Raynell West checking in for the Snowflake Lobos.
Yeah, different lineup. They're going a lot of different people. They're moving people to posts and guards.
Claire's going to drive. Claire puts it up. That's going to be no good. Rebound, Bulldogs. And we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a foul on Claire. You're listening to high school basketball presented by Sholo Ford and iTalk 106.7 KNKI, Pinetop Sholo, and 102.5 Pinetop, a Kopaniki communications station.
Yeah, nice aggressive move. Then she just went after the loose ball a little too rough, and that's a big second foul there against the Lobos.
And, you know, Mr. Clare, one of the things is I don't think sometimes those fouls and aggression, like even the foul on the dive that we talked about earlier, is a bad thing. I think sometimes these girls play aggressive. As a great play by Taylin Puhuvayava as she shakes left, shakes right, 16-10, and she did everything she could to get that ball in and goes up and successful. Now the ball back to Denhalter. Denhalter, yarn, three-point shot. That's going to be airballed over the back of the rim. Rebound, Aubrey Denhalter now inside to West. West no good, and Puhuvayava right over the top of Yarn and tips it back out. Ball is controlled by Winslow. 16-10, 13 seconds left. Balone with the ball. Balone now goes to her right, working off a screen from Puhuvayava. Puhuvayava back to Balone. As Balone back to Puhuvayava. 3, 2, 1, desperation shot, no good. We're going to go ahead and take a break, folks, at the quarter. 16-10 in favor of the Snowflake Lobos. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide and iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 or worldwide on iTalk1067.com as we get set to start a Northland Pioneer College tip-off. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College, now offering bachelor's degrees in business and education. Northland Pioneer College locations in Navajo and Apache County. As Denhalter has the ball, Denhalter moves to her right. She goes back to Nichols. Nichols shuffles her feet, puts up a three. No good. Taylin Puhuvayava with the rebound. We're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a foul, and that's going to be another one on Yarn. And I think
that's her second now.
Coach Brogan's going to let it play. Oh, no, as Taylor Hancock comes back in for Yarn. As Coach Brogan seems like one of those coaches, Coach Clare, that he doesn't feel comfortable with you playing with that 2 in the first half. That third one, I mean. He's okay with the second, but he goes for that third.
Yeah, he'll be safe there. Now Snowflake's going into a press, trying to get some momentum on their end as Winslow has all the momentum right now.
Winslow to inbound, that's Chi. Chi forward now to Nadalyn Nez, that's her first entry into the game. Balone back to the ball. Balone guarded by Hancock at the top of the key. Now Balone looking, Taylin Puhuvayava with the ball. Over to Curley. Curley an hour on the far side. Sends it to Chi. Chi, three-point shot. Comfort Fit Dentures. Three-point shot. Melani Chi. 16-13, Lobos on top. And the Bulldogs will not let these Lobos get out ahead of them. Forward now to Hancock to Nichols. Back to Hancock. Raya Denhalter, three-point shot. No good. Rebound. Winslow. Rebound is Balone. Winslow with a chance to tie it here as Taylin Puhuvayava puts up that three. It's going to miss long, and it's going to be rebound. It's going to be rebounded by no one. Winslow's going to kind of get control of it. We're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a foul on Denhalter as they're going to go
her second.
And that's Denhalter's second, and that is where you get into a little shady territory as Nez is going to go to the line to shoot a couple, down 16-13, 6 minutes and 54 seconds left. First one is good. And Winslow is, well, right now they were 3 for 4. Now they're 4 for 5, and we'll see what they do on this 6th free throw. It is no good. Rebound West. West of the Lobos to Denhalter. Denhalter now pushing it up. Winslow backing off on the press. Over to Hancock, forward now, back to Denhalter. Denhalter, 28-foot line. Now she dribbles in to Nichols. Nichols inside to West. West goes right and puts it right up and in, and that's going to be 2 points for the senior, Raynell West of the Snowflake Lobos.
Yeah, great post move there by Raynell West. Nice entry pass, and that's a good sight not to settle for the three-pointers.
As Snowflake's defense knocks the ball away, Hancock with the ball. Now Hancock over to Denhalter. Denhalter looks to put it up, puts it on the ground. is not going to be able to put on the ground. The rebound's going to be Kupfer. Kupfer tries to put up and in. She's going to be fouled. And the interesting thing going to be here is, are they going to call that on the ground? That's going to go to Curley, number 11, and they are going to say that, and I agree with that call. Kupfer was on the floor as Claire checks back in, and she checks in for Denhalter. Denhalter with that second foul. Coach Brogan not comfortable. Hancock to inbound. Hancock over on the far side to Nichols. Nichols puts up a three, no good. Rebound, Taylor Hancock back out to Claire. Claire puts up a three, no good. As one of the most height challenges people on the court there, Taylor Hancock, somehow went into a group of four and got that rebound. Winslow puts it up and in. Shot is by Curley. That's going to be no good. Kupfer with the ball. Kupfer pushes it forward for the Lobos. Now to Hancock. Over to Nichols. Nichols inside to West. West kind of an open shot. It's going to be no good. Claire goes in for the rebound. She's going to have it. She's going to fall, but she gets rid of it right before. Now it's Ballone. Ballone to handle the ball handling duties for the Bulldogs. 5 minutes and 39 seconds left. Lobos up 4, 18-14. Ballone now stops. Ballone over to Chi. Chi back to Curley. Curley tries to send it for Ballone. It's going to be knocked away. Now it's getting into the hands of Nichols as Raynell West is going to be bringing the ball down. Raynell now forward to Kupfer. Kupfer lays it up and in. That's going to be an easy 2 points for the Lobos. And Joe, Raynell got that ball and started bringing it down. They must have been in some kind of man that pushed her out that far to get that turnover. As Claire goes in for the Lobos, she's going to put it up and in. That's going to be no good. Rebound is going to go to Raynell. Raynell's going to step on the line. So in that situation, you're fine with letting your big men go down and make that, attempt to run that fast break.
Absolutely. If you have an opening 2-on-1, that's why you practice it. Raynell's a very capable ball handler. Obviously not in traffic, but in the open court, she does great.
Well, I was impressed with how well she handled that ball. It looked like she's been working on her dribbling a time or two, so good for her. As Winslow has the ball down 20-14, 4 minutes, 51 seconds left. Ball is inside to Holiday, and it's going to be, I can't see who that was.
So it went off number 10.
Puhubayava, Jesselyn, yeah, and then it
went off Holiday out of bounds. So another turnover. That is 13 for Winslow right now.
And Joe, what's the count for the Lobos?
8.
So the Lobos are starting to pull ahead and win that turnover battle. As Denhalter comes back in with her 2 fouls. Ball's forward now, Cutler. Hancock at the top of the key. Hancock over to Denhalter. Back to Hancock. Back to Nichols. Nichols tries to get it for Kupfer, and it's going to be picked off as Puhubayava ends up with it. And now Puhubayava tries to get the ball. It's going to go to Denhalter. Denhalter's going to be credited with the steal, but she backs up and in and lays it almost back up behind her back and gets it up and over, and that's going to be good. 22-14. Winslow now with the ball. Holiday doing the ball handling duties into Puhubayava. She's guarded by Denhalter, left, right, and Denhalter's got to be careful not to get her third. Shots up, no good. Rebound is Denhalter, as Denhalter now pushes it forward. Over to Kupfer, inside to West. West wide open layup. That's going to be good. Raynell West, 2 points for the Snowflake Lobos. We're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a timeout. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back, Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067, worldwide on iTalk1067.com. As Mr. Clare, you were saying that there was a 8-0 run there by Snowflake?
6-0
6-0 run.
6-0 run and 3 turnovers in that span.
As Winslow's going to get whistled for a 10-second backcourt violation, and we just do not see that very often.
Yeah, they were really hesitant there and just didn't go, and they need to be more aggressive like they were in that entire first quarter because they were getting things done on the offensive end.
I noticed it's when they were pressing in that first quarter, and they backed away from the press, and that's when Snowflake got their points. As Snowflake with the ball, Denhalter drives. Denhalter puts it up. It's going to be no good. Rebound by Aubrey Denhalter. She now sends it out to her sister, Raya. Raya now drives left, puts it up and in. No good, or not in. She puts it up. It is no good. Rebound, Winslow, upshot, bringing the ball up. Upshot crosses over the time stripe. Over now to Puhuvaiava. She's guarded by Denhalter. Now goes to her right. She has a somewhat open lane, but she dishes off. As that's going to be dished off to number 30, Jesselyn. We're going to get a whistle. We're going to have 2 points. We're going to count the basket, and she's going to shoot an and one for the Bulldogs to narrow this lead. 24-16, 3 minutes and 2 seconds left here in the first half of this ball game. Don't go anywhere, folks. We have the boys. And, Joe, we could be in for a really good game with the boys tonight.
Yeah, maybe a lot like this, just back and forth. Winslow's doing a great job because the thing that Snowflake has struggled the most with lately is helping off of screens, and they're not communicating. They struggled in Valley Christian, and so they're getting some open shots by doing that.
Lobos have the ball now. Over tries to go to Yarn, and Yarn loses it just off her fingertips. It's going to go out of bounds. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. 24-16, Lobos on top. Chi to inbound. Chi to inbound for the Bulldogs. Chi over now to Yazi. Yazi left, right, picks up by Hancock. As now Yazi goes behind her back and crosses over the middle, trying to work off a screen from Jesselyn Puhuvaiava. Now to Taylin Puhuvaiava. And it's stolen as the pass attempted for her is stolen. Hancock with the ball. Hancock moves it forward, puts it up and in. Wow. Taylor Hancock just lays it up and in with being guarded and kisses it off the glass for 2 points.
And she has been so much more aggressive on the offensive end, which I think has helped the offense flow a little better.
Well, there was a game a couple weeks ago as Hancock steals it again. Hancock goes and she's pushing it down, and she's going to get called with the carry. There was a game a couple weeks ago, I'm trying to remember, it might have been Holbrook, where she essentially had no points, but you wouldn't even notice by, other than looking at the stat line, because she was everywhere that game, but she just had no points. So it's nice to see her, as she only has 2 for the night, but she's been everywhere tonight as we mentioned her name.
I have her down with 3 steals already tonight.
That's amazing. Balone with the ball. Balone forward to Nez. Nez puts it up. No good on the give. It's not really a give and go. It was more of a go. Claire with the rebound. Claire bringing it down. Claire goes over to the far side now to Aubrey Denhalter. Back to Claire. Claire's going to put up a 3-point shot. That's going to be no good. Rebound West. West puts it up. No good. Aubrey Denhalter with the rebound. That's going to be out of bounds. Lobos ball. 26-16, 10-point lead for the Lobos. Minute 41 left. And I see the Lobos almost kind of going through the motions here. We saw them get that lead, but they're just kind of settled to go for the motions as it goes inside. And it's no good. West gets the rebound. West puts it back up and in. That's good for 2. 28-14. Lobos, or 28-16. Lobos on top. Here come the Bulldogs. Balone with the ball. Balone being pressed. Guarded by Nichols. Now Balone goes to her left. Gets it over to the center court. Balone now to her right. Top of the key. Looking. Now over to Yazi. Yazi's picked up by Aubrey Denhalter. Inside to Puhuvaiava. Jesselyn Puhuvaiava. She's looking. Now she's guarded by West. Takes it. Step. Puts it up. No good. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds with the Lobos, and it's going to stay where it's at. Bulldogs ball.
Yep, and the shot clock doesn't reset. Nothing off the rim, so only 12 seconds left on the shot clock.
Ball's inbounded to Jesselyn Puhuvaiava. She loses it. West goes down and just rips the ball out. Forward to Claire. Claire over to Nichols. Nichols, 3-point shot. Comfort Fit Dentures, 3-point shot. Harley Nichols for the Lobos. 31-16, Lobos on top, just under a minute left here in the half. Over to Jesselyn Puhuvaiava. And West knocks it out of bounds. And Bulldogs ball as number 20, Mary Orr is going to check in for Josie Claire, as well as Taylin Puhuvaiava is going to check in for Jesselyn. We're not sure if they're related, but strong possibility.
And Mary Orr came in, and I saw Coach Brogan say, just so you don't get your third foul, to Josie. So he's conscientious about not getting those third fouls as well. So
inbound is intercepted by the Lobos. Nichols, and they send it to Hancock. Hancock just moving fast down the court. Orr comes in. She gives it to Orr. Orr puts it up and in. It's going to go to Taylin Puhuayava with the rebound forward to Balone. Balone over the middle. Balone, no one's picking her up as she's looking to go. Now, eventually she's guarded, but we're going to have a quick, fast break to the basket by Yazzie. Yazzie's going to put it in for 2 points as 31-18 Lobos on top. Orr with the ball. Orr back to Hancock. Hancock over to Nichols. Nichols inside to Denhalter. Denhalter is very heavily guarded, puts it up and in. We're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a foul with 7.3 seconds left. And I think Coach Barton wanted a travel out of that.
Well, she yelled travel first, and then she wanted a 3 seconds. So I think she was just hoping for a call there and got a foul instead. Sometimes that's how it works as a coach.
Don't they call that Bobby Hurley?
Yeah.
We're not sure exactly what's going on. I actually had the chance this weekend to watch the Arizona State Sun Devils take on the number 7 team in the country, the Houston Cougars in Houston. And wow, good college basketball is good college basketball.
A Kelvin Sampson team is a fun defensive team to watch.
And it's funny because Coach Claire, which you still are coach in some ways, Joe, it was amazing to me because he hardly says 2 words during the game. He lets his boys play, and it's amazing to watch him. And so, yeah, that's why he has the number 7 team in the nation. Balone puts up a desperation into the half shot. It's going to be no good, 32-18. We're going to go ahead and take a break, folks. We're going to come back here in a little bit and give you the Honda Ski and Outdoor Halftime Show. This is Show Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7, worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learning new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC, Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnault and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
This is iTalk 1067's presentation of the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store halftime show.
Welcome back, everybody. Show the Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 worldwide on iTalk1067.com. As we're halftime here and we get set for our Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store halftime show for the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear. Go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor store south of Pine Top on Highway 260, just north of the Honda Casino. Honda Ski and Outdoor. And as we go into halftime, the Lobos up 32-18. And Coach Claire, you brought up a very interesting statistic as we went into break.
Yeah, so Winslow has 18 points at the half and 18 turnovers.
And that turnover battle halfway through the first quarter was dead equal.
So at the end of the first quarter, it was 10-8, and Snowflake cleaned it up. Only had 3 turnovers in the second quarter, while Winslow still had 8 in that second quarter. So that's the difference in the game so far.
And the stat line, means what it means. But Winslow's sprayed their scoring around pretty good. Chi has 5, and that is their leading scorer. As Malone does have 4, but for the Lobos, you have Kupfer with, I have her for 7.
She has 9.
She has 9. 9, you're correct. Okay, I'm counting. And Yarn has 5.
Yep.
But the West with 6 in that second quarter. But the Lobos have spread around their scoring as well. And so I got to ask the cliche question on our Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime show here. What do you got to do if you're Winslow to get back in this ball game? What do you do if you're Snowflake to maintain the lead?
Well, it's funny, as a coach, you always think it's easy, right? This is easy. How we fix this? They need to go back in their press. Their press was working. It was causing some disruption to Snowflake. And then they just got to take care of the ball better. Because when they take care of the ball, they seem to get good shots. I would also like to see number 40, Taylin. You can say the last name.
I'm close on it.
When she gets in the post, she's tough down there. But she's only posted up twice in the entire game and then goes out to the three-point line. And she goes out.
I did notice that, and we saw her over against the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets do some very similar things, but I'd like to see her get down low. And once you do that, then that opens up her three-point game, and she can come out. I'd like to see Caitlin Ballone start hitting some threes from downtown. And, if they fall, they get you back in that game really quick because their defense isn't the problem. It's turnovers and some missed shots, and they kind of spread themselves too thin.
Absolutely. I think if 40 gets in the post, Taylin, it will open up that three-point shot for Chi. She's already made one tonight. Ballone has already made one tonight. Maybe get some more open looks for them to be able to get back in this game.
I believe Holiday and Curley are both three-point threats for the Winslow Bulldogs as well. So a lot to look forward to in the second half with the Snowflake Lobos with a 14-point lead with 3 minutes and 43 seconds left as we look forward to getting into the action to start the second half. We're going to go ahead and take a break, folks, and come back and bring you that second half. This is the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store halftime show. For the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear, the Honda Ski and Outdoor Store south of Pine Top on Highway 260, just north of the Honda Casino. As we're going to run down our sponsor here, Sholo Ford, Summit Regional Medical Center with our pre-game injury report, Ace Hardware and their 24/7 locksmith. Our tip-off sponsored by Northland Pioneer College. Our Comfort Fit dentures and our three-pointers. Honda Ski and Outdoor with our halftime show. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Need glass for your home or business? Call Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, 1-888-GLASSMAN. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Allegra of Sholo. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
This has been iTalk 1067's presentation of the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Halftime Show.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
5365972 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com as we get set for our Northland Pioneer College tip-off. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College, locations in Navajo and Apache County, now offering bachelor's degrees in business and education. Northland Pioneer College. As the tip is brought in by Winslow as Taylin Puhuvayava puts up a 3-point shot. That's going to be no good. As that's going to be West going in. Sorry about that, Mr. Clare. As I lost my pencil and my whole tip, it got smashed. So I'm out of writing utensil. Now to Hancock as Hancock loses that out of bounds, and they're actually going to call that ball Winslow as Bologna to inbound.
Hancock tipped it onto the line is what happened. So first possession for Winslow, they come down and number 40, Taylin, shoots a 3-pointer. I'd love to see her down in the post.
Well, I think Winslow has every key and tool to get back in this ball game. Holiday to inbound. I'm sorry I lost my writing utensils, Mr. Clare. I'm going to have to rely on you for other things. So here's Taylin Puhuvayava out of 3-point arc. Now she goes to Holiday. Holiday tries to shoot it. She is blocked. Ball ends up in the hands of Kupfer. Kupfer now back to Hancock as Snowflake slows it down. Denhalter back to Hancock. Hancock plays at the top of the key just under the 28-foot line. Rainbow pass to Kupfer. Kupfer turnaround jump shot, no good. Rebound number 11 for the Bulldogs, Ayla Curley. Ball goes back to the Bulldogs, up shot inbound. Or bring it down to Bologna. Bologna left, right. And it's going to be stolen by Denhalter. Intended as Denhalter goes in, right hand, puts it up and in. And one thing people don't know is that Raya is naturally left-handed. So for her to go right side, right hand and look that smooth is pretty impressive.
So funny story with her as a freshman. We were trying to help her out in shooting form, and she was trying to decide which hand to shoot with, right or left.
So she's not, number 11 for the Bulldogs, Curley goes up and puts it up and in. Sorry about that, finisher.
and left-handed just worked better, and that's what she went with.
So she's kind of amphibious, jokingly, ambidextrous. Because
Yep.
we've all seen the headline that they said
Yep.
Amphibious pitcher, but no.
And once again, on cue, Winslow goes into their press and gets a turnover immediately from Snowflake.
That's what they're going to have to do. But like I said, they have the tools and the keys to get back in this ball game. Looking forward, as we were talking a little bit after we went at halftime, looking forward to the boys' game tonight, as looking who's going to step up. But this Winslow team is coached by Coach Jerron Jordan, and you can really never count a Jerron Jordan team out of any type of game. He does very well at getting the most out of his players. As we're going to have a turnover in that press again, as Ballone's going to get the ball. Balone back to Taylin Puhuvayava. She looks to shoot it. Now she goes over to Holiday. Holiday goes to her right. Now to Upshaw. Upshaw gets stepped out on by Yarn. Over to Holiday. Inside to Puhuvayava. Out to Balone. Balone three-point shot. No good. Rebound West. And let's see if Winslow comes up with this press.
That was great inside-out performance, but throw it in the post, get a wide-open three. They just weren't able to hit it.
Here comes Kupfer. Kupfer puts it up and in. That's gonna, or puts it up. That's gonna be no good. West with the rebound. West gets her own rebound as she misses again. Now Denhalter. Denhalter puts up a long three-point shot. That's gonna be no good. Winslow with the ball. Forward now to Holiday. Holiday to Taylin Puhuvayava. Three-point shot. No good. And if I'm Winslow, I keep putting those up because the reward is right now being down 16 is greater than the risk. We're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a timeout by the Snowflake Lobos. We're going to go ahead and take it to the Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share. You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
Welcome back to Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 as we come from the timeout. It is going to be Snowflake's ball as AJ Yarn to inbound the ball for the Lobos. She sends it to Hancock. Hancock tries to intend a pass for Kupfer. Inside, it's going to be no good. As Winslow's going to get the ball.
I would love to see Coach Barton force Taylin to get in the post, number 40. She's taken a couple threes this half already and just haven't dropped. I'd love her to see down there banging against some of the Snowflake girls.
The athleticism I've seen, she could go step for step with West. No problem. As Lobos get a steal, Denhalter with the steal. Denhalter going right side. And she puts it up, in and out. Rebound Claire. Josie Claire, the sophomore, 2 points. Balone with the ball on the inbound. Balone's being picked up by Denhalter. Balone crosses over the time stripe over to Taylin Puhuvayava. She now goes to her left. Now starts to drive, stops, and loses the ball. Denhalter's going to pick it up, so that's going to be a steal. As Denhalter's going to go down on the right side, she spins to the left, puts it up and in. And we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a travel. And that's going to be a travel on Denhalter. And
yeah, well, that's the call on the floor. I do not think that was a travel, but
as we looked at Coach Brogan, but the part that impressed me is one of our officials, Brian Sosi, actually reenacted what he saw in the steps, and he looked like he was doing some dancing as Puhuvayava puts up a three-point shot. That's going to be no good. It's going to ring in and out. Denhalter with the ball. Denhalter, rebound credited to her, back to Hancock. Hancock over now to Yarn. Yarn to Hancock to Kupfer over on the far side. Back to the middle to Hancock. Hancock to Kupfer. Kupfer now just throws up a three-point shot. It's going to be no good. Rebound, Josie Claire. As Josie Claire comes in and gets great position, she does lose the ball out of bounds. However, the sophomore steps around, uses her feet, gets position, and is able to give herself a chance to get that rebound.
Yeah, great hustle there by Winslow to at least force that out of bounds and get the ball back.
Well, one thing I want to point out, Mr. Claire, right now is we have, as Yarn left, so it's going to be different, but we have AJ Yarn, Josie Clare, Aubrey Denhalter, Harley Nichols, Bryn Kupfer, Mary Orr, Macy Brimhall. This team is young, and some of their talent is right there, is some of the younger ones, but you still lose some very good veterans as Hancock is guarding, and I thought that was Upshaw. It was Upshaw, as Upshaw misses the shot, but we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Hancock. Upshaw's going to go to the line. She's going to get a chance to shoot a couple.
Yeah, that was just a determined drive by Tatum Upshaw. She just kept at it and was able to get the foul and get 2 free throws out of it.
Never say die mentality is a scary, scary thing in the world of sports. Never say die mentality and momentum are 2 things that I see as bonuses. As Upshaw misses her first one, second one is on the way. It is no good, rings in and out. Denhalter rebounds. Denhalter now dribbles out a little bit, thinks about taking it, but back to Hancock. Hancock now over the time stripe. Winslow not coming out in that press, which I'm very surprised with. That's what caused the Lobos a lot of headaches. Inside to Denhalter, we're going to get a 3-second violation. Something you don't see very often anymore, but you know, you can't camp in there. And I think she had her tent set up.
Yeah, and Winslow's playing great defense, held Snowflake to only 6 points this quarter, but the problem is Winslow has 2 points and 4 turnovers.
And they have a couple missed threes as Taylin Puhuvayava, she steps just inside the arc. She's going to put it in. It's going to be a 2-point shot, but it was very close to actually being a 3, but it's only going to be credited for 2 on the board. 38-22, Lobos on top, as now the Winslow comes out in the press. It's Hancock to Nichols. Nichols over the top to Clare, as Clare's going to had a chance to take it in. Now Clare sends it to Kupfer. Kupfer slips but kicks it out. Over to Nichols, back to Clare, over to Hancock. Hancock now dribbles to the top of the key. Over to Nichols. Nichols goes to her left. Long pass over on the far side to Kupfer. Back to Hancock, back to Nichols. Nichols now pushes it inside to Denhalter. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover for the Lobos, and it's going to belong to the Bulldogs. Raynell West for the Lobos checking back in. She's going to give Denhalter a breather.
Yeah,
and
a
Lobos,
lot of turnovers this quarter by the Snowflake Lobos so far.
How many do you have them for this quarter?
I have 6.
It is a lot of turnovers for the Lobos, as I thought they were going to come out and put some pressure on the ball, but they back off. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left, 38-22, Lobos on top. As Taylin Puhuvayava puts up a 3, it's going to be no good. Rebound eventually ends up in the back of Jesselyn Puhuvayava. Now she puts it up, it's going to be no good. Kupfer with the ball. Kupfer throws it to Nichols. Nichols tries to get it. She's going to be unsuccessful, but it rolls. Nichols hits it, goes to Clare. Clare puts it in or up. It's no good. West with the rebound. West puts it up for 2 points.
Yeah, just a scramble there and another turnover. But Winslow sure is hucking up the threes, trying to get back in this game. I think a few of them will fall. They're getting some really good looks at it.
Taylin Puhuvayava puts it up. She's going to be way short of the basket. Kupfer's going to jump up. Kupfer's going to be credited with the rebound, not a steal, but it was pretty much a steal as Hancock gets it forward to Nichols. Nichols now to Clare. Clare free throw jumper. No good off the back of the iron. Rebounded by West to Nichols. Nichols is going to put up a 3-point shot. It's going to be no good. And we're going to whistle, we're going to get a foul, and that's going to be on the Lobos. And they're going to credit that. It's only going to be the second team foul on the Lobos, as I didn't see who they gave it to.
Bryn Kupfer.
It is Bryn Kupfer, number 12. That's going to be her first personal, and that's going to be the Lobos' second team with a minute 14 left. 40-22, Lobos up 18. And Joe, I got to say that 18 lead has been a very quiet 18 because Winslow has been very good. They've just not finished on their end of the with the ball.
Absolutely, just not able to get anything on the offensive end. They're playing great defense.
As a scoop shot underneath by Amaya Yazi, it's going to be rebounded. Now Nichols with it for the Lobos. Nichols goes off her knee, and it's going to whistle and go out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Lobos, as Nichols had a little bit of a rough time as she put it off her knee, and it goes out of bounds, but it is going to belong to the Lobos as she's going to inbound to Yarn.
Yeah, almost
Yarn
another turnover there, but
and what does Winslow have this quarter?
I'll have to count them up.
Clare with the ball from Nichols. Clare with a drop step jump shot for 2 points. Josie Clare. Lobos 42-22, 35 seconds left. As we get a monster drive from Upshaw, she's going to be blocked by the Lobos, and that's going to be a steal now by the Lobos for Yarn. And Yarn just going to take it up and in. She throws it off both-handed. Didn't jump quick enough. Denhalter's going to get the rebound, and Denhalter's right there to put it back for her teammate. Only 4 points in the quarter by the Bulldogs, and against this Lobo team, you can't do that. 44-22, 13 seconds left in this quarter. As Chi with the ball. Chi goes to her right. Chi guarded by Nichols. Chi scoops it, puts it up in. That's going to be no good. Rebound, Nichols. From defense to rebounding as Nichols brings it forward. Now forward to Claire. Claire doesn't get out the shot in time. It's going to be the end of the third quarter with the Lobos leading 44-22. We're going to take a break and come back and give you fourth quarter action. This is Shola Fort's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide on iTalk106.7.com.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down.
But today, with Dr. Arnaud and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back, Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide and iTalk106.7.com as we get set to start the fourth quarter. As the Lobos get the ball, this is their Northland Pioneer College tip-off. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off to the college with the lowest tuition in the state. Northland Pioneers College now offering bachelor's degree in business and education. Locations in Navajo and Apache County. Northland Pioneer College. As Claire gets the ball, and Claire's going to be fouled. They're going to call the foul on Nez. And Joe, I got to ask you something. And you've been the head coach of the girls' game, and you've been the head coach of the boys' game. And this is my observation from the outside, watching a lot of basketball over the years. It seems to me the girls' game comes down to a couple different things. As Raynell West puts it up and in for the Lobos to start this fourth quarter, and that is the girls' team that is more fundamentally sound. A boys' team can have just good athletes, and they can go out there and play ball, but a girls' team has to be fundamental. And that's what Coach Brogan has these Lobos doing.
Correct. He hounds on them. He's not going to be happy with the turnovers tonight, but they are more fundamentally sound than Winslow is tonight. That was a nice move by number 20 there.
That's Chi with a two-point shot, and she puts it up and in for a great job. As it just seems to me that, and see when you lose fundamentals in the girls' game, as the Lobos get a turnover there, as Taylin-Pu Vayava gets it, and it's going to go out to number 5, Nedeline Nez with a three-point shot. That is a Comfort Fit Dentures three-point shot, 46-27. The Lobos lead is cut, and they're going forward with the press as the press does not turn out well for the Bulldogs as it goes from Hancock to Denhalter. Denhalter throws a long court pass right to the open Josie Claire. The young sophomore number 5, Josie Claire, puts it up and in for 2 points. Winslow now with the ball as Yazi looking left, looking right. Now she gives it to Chi. Chi goes left, goes right. And Chi being guarded by Claire. Back now to, that was Yazi, and that rolled around and in. Winslow with the press again. To Yarn to Hancock, now to the middle of the West. West now to Yarn. Yarn gives it out to Denhalter. Denhalter's going to shoot a three-point shot. That's going to be no good. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay and belong to the Lobos. And Josie Claire didn't even get much off the ground. I think she was scared about getting a foul as she just kind of went up and tipped it. But then Winslow saw that opportunity, grabbed the ball, and knocked it out of bounds. So we're going to go. Coach Brogan's going to take a timeout. He's going to talk to the team about it. This is a 30-second timeout. This is Shola Forge's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide and iTalk106.7.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Welcome back, Shola Forge's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 or worldwide and iTalk106.7.com. You're listening to high school basketball presented by Shola Ford on iTalk 106.7 KNKI, Pine Top Sholo, and 102.5 in Pine Top. But Kopaniki communication station. Yarn with the ball over to Denhalter, back to Yarn to Hancock. Hancock's going to put up a three-point shot for the Lobos. It's going to be no good. In fact, it's not going to draw any iron, and it's going to go out of bounds, and the Winslow will control it down 48-29, 6 minutes and 3 seconds left. Long court pass intercepted by Denhalter. That's two very athletic interceptions we've seen. One by Claire, one by Denhalter for the Lobos. Back now to Denhalter. Denhalter to her left. Over to Yarn. Yarn back to Denhalter at the top of the key. Now Denhalter's going to put up another three-point shot. It's going to be no good. West right there with the rebound. West is going to put it up, and it's going to be no good. Rebound is Claire. Now Claire kicks it out to Yarn. Has a fresh shot clock. Hancock at the top of the key. Over to Yarn. Yarn on the far side. Far court pass over to the near side to Denhalter. West now with the ball. West is being tied up, and West is going to get whistled, and we're going to get a foul on Raynell West, as you can't elbow like that.
Jump ball.
Oh, they called it a jump ball. I thought they called a foul on West. I was wondering that, but I didn't want to be too critical. But no, that was a great call as a jump ball, because Taylin Puhuvayava stepped in. As it inbounds to Balone. Balone loses it off between her legs. Denhalter with the rebound. Denhalter no good. Rebound now Claire, as Kupfer put it up. It was no good. Claire got it. Claire puts it back up. No good, but Claire is going to be fouled. Josie Claire, the sophomore, is going to go to the line to shoot a couple.
And once again, this game has turned into the turnover
battle.
And it's 27-20, and both teams over 20 right now. And a little bit of sloppy from both teams, but
47 turnovers in the game.
47.
Oh my goodness, I would have, folks, I would have never even come close to guessing that. We're just over an hour into this game, as Claire's second free throw is good. 47 turnovers by both teams. No one really better than the other. Winslow with the ball. Yazzie crosses over the time strike. Yazzie left, now goes right. She's picked up by Kupfer. She goes right now, over to Taylin Puhuvayava. Taylin Puhuvayava just inside the arc at the top of the key. She throws it to Balone. Balone tries to put it up and in, no good. It's gonna go and almost be fielded by Claire, but as she tries to grab it back, it just kind of flips out, and it tips out on Claire's arm to go out of bounds. 5 minutes and 6 seconds left, 50-29, Lobos on top. Balone over with the ball. Balone to Chi. Chi over to Yazzie. I'm not seeing who it is. I think that's Upshaw. No, it is not. It's Nez. Puts it up and in, no good. Kupfer with the ball. Kupfer to Hancock. Hancock scoops it around, almost stolen by Puhuvayava. Hancock over to West. West to Kupfer. Kupfer at the top of the key. Over now to Denhalter. To Hancock to Kupfer. Back to Hancock. Inside to West. West triple teamed out to Hancock. Now to Denhalter. Denhalter shoots the three-point shot. Is going to be no good. And Denhalter, as it's going to be rebounded, and that is rebounded by Nez, except Denhalter is going to come in and commit her. I think that's her third personal.
Third personal. I would like to see Raya Denhalter get to the basket a little more, maybe that mid-range jumper. She struggled the last few games of not hitting those shots, and it'd be nice to getting really right into region play right now and getting ready for the Copper tournament and so on and so forth. Really get her comfort back and her touch back on those mid-range.
I love it. There's a timeout on the court, folks, as Coach Barton for the Bulldogs takes timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it to the Show LaForge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Welcome back to Show LaForge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7, and it's not too early to start thinking about our Deemer's Glass man of the game, and our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game, Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. The best place to call when you need quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, 1-888-GLASSMAN, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Get your windshield repaired by the experts. So we got to start thinking about that, Mr. Clare, is what we're going to do to award that. And to be honest with you, I know Winslow's down 50-29 right now. I see two players on their team could definitely be considered glassmen of the game, as there goes one of them right there, Taylin Puhuvayava fighting for the ball. She ends up with it. Back to Balone. Balone at the top of the key. Now Balone dribbles, drives to the free throw line. She turns, shuffles, tries to get it off to Chi. It's going to go out of bounds on the Winslow Bulldogs that belong to the Snowflake Lobos. Hancock to inbound. As I've been really invested with Taylor Puhuayaba, although I do think I'd like to see her go in a little more and get some shots. As West with the ball, West forward to Claire. Claire puts up a jump shot. She's going to be whistled. It's going to be whistled. She's going to be fouled, and Taylor Puhuayaba is going to commit the foul, and Claire's going to go to the line for her third and fourth free throws of this quarter.
Yeah, pass beats the press, right? We talked about that pregame. I think they forget that halfway through the game. But Winslow's trying everything to get back in this game right now. Press,
and it's hard because you're halfway through this fourth quarter. The three-pointers haven't been falling. As we get a whistle, and they're going to say that Claire went across the line, it's going to be no good. That's going to leave the score at 50-29. As Upshaw's going to check back in. Chi to inbound. As she checks in for Malone. Chi to inbound. Chi to Yazzie. Yazzie now dribbling very fast, guarded by Kupfer. Now she goes to her left, to her right, drives the lane, puts it up and in. No good. Rebound, West. As it hits the court, three Lobos look at each other. West gets it. Down to Denhalter. Denhalter tends the pass for Kupfer. It's no good. Winslow with the interception. Upshot with the ball to Taylor Puhuayaba. Three-point shot. No good. Puhuayaba with her own shot. She dishes it off at the very end. And that's going to go to, I thought that was Nez. As yes, it is Nez. Nez is going to go to the line to shoot two. And Joe, it seems
it's going to be a fourth foul on Raya.
That's going to be Raya's fourth. As it looks to me like Winslow almost sets themselves up for a size disparity. As Nez does make her first free throw, is your not your big men, your swing type of players are playing on the perimeter, and you've got Nez, who's one of the smallest out on the court, going in and banging the boards. It just seems to be a little bit of a mismatch, and that's how the Lobos have taken advantage and have this 20-point lead.
Yeah. I think the rebounding disparity has been big. I still think it's the turnovers.
And where are we at? Because it's changed again.
It's 29-22.
Yeah, it's been good. As Kinsey Flake checks in, back to A.J. Yarn. Yarn brings it over the time stripe. I think we might have seen the last of some of the starters. Now the ball goes to Orr. As it's going to be stolen. Forward now, Bulldogs with the ball. Upshaw with the ball. Over to, that's Yazzie, Amaya Yazzie. Out of bounds, Lobo ball. 3 minutes and 19 seconds left. 50-31, 19-point lead for the Snowflake Lobos. And I think Coach Brogan's his starters aren't completely out of there. Yarn is still in. Yarn's going to bring the ball forward to Flake. Across the time stripe to Aubrey Denhalter, back to Kinsey Flake. As that's going to be a travel. As she slid and then she tried to reestablish her step, that's going to be another turnover on the Lobos. Turnover battle, if in case you're wondering. 27-23, Winslow with 27, Lobo basketball with 23. Winslow with the ball, 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. Don't go anywhere, folks, as we need to stay tuned for the boys game, as we're going to go ahead and flip the script, have a chance to put the broadcast away and start the next one so we can get ready to go, as the Lobos driving up the 77 to the 40 over here to Winslow off Route 66 to take on the Bulldogs. As we have been talking about it off the air, folks, and we expect a pretty good matchup. Ball goes inside to Kara Barton. Barton, 2 points. 17-point lead for the Lobos. Yarn with the ball. Yarn forward to Flake. Flake to Denhalter. Aubrey Denhalter drives. She's uncontested. She drives, stayed in, puts it up for her first 2 points of the game. 52-33. 2 minutes and 36 seconds left. Winslow with the ball. Yazzie with the ball. Yazzie looking for Taylin Puhuayaba. Now Taylin gets it. She backs up, wants to shoot a three. Aubrey Denhalter guarding her. Now to Upshaw. Upshaw to the top of the key. Upshaw over to Barton. Barton to Puhuayaba. Puhuayaba now on the far side behind the arc. She puts up a three-point shot. That's going to be no good. Rebound. Well, it goes from Nichols to Yarn and then off of both of them. So it's going to stay and belong to Winslow. And it's going to be a fresh shot clock for the Bulldogs with 35 seconds left as Taylin Puhuayaba is replaced by Jesselyn Puhuayaba. We're guessing related. Ball is inbounded by the Bulldogs. And we're going to get a quick foul on the Lobos. The ball I couldn't see. I was blocked by one of our officials here, and that's fine. He has definitely position on me. As it is, Puhuvaiava puts it back up. It almost goes in, falls out of bounds, but she's going to get 2 free throws, down 52-33, 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. First free throw is good. Getting these younger girls experience to get your program ready for the next few years. The Lobos are a young team, and they will be a force to be reckoned with for a few years. Second free throw by Jesselyn Puhuvaiava is good. We're going to whistle. We're going to timeout by the Bulldogs. We're going to go ahead and take it too. This is Shola Fort's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome back, Shola Fort's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide on iTalk1067.com as Lobos with the ball. That's Yarn into Kinsey Flake, and Kinsey Flake goes and she slides just enough to call it a travel. As don't go anywhere, folks, as with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. 52-35, Lobos on top. Winslow with the ball. Forward to Upshaw. Upshaw being guarded by Yarn. Upshot, bounce pass over to Yazi. Back to, no, that's into Taylor, or Jesselyn Puhuvaiava. Guarded by Aubrey Denhalter, puts it up and no good. Barton goes for the rebound. Barton has it knocked away. It's going to be knocked away by Harley Nichols. Ball's going to stay and belong to the Winslow Bulldogs. Upshot inbound. As Jesselyn Puhuvaiava puts it up, 2 points. As she's come on in the end of this game, minute 44, 52-37. Lobos on top. Aubrey Denhalter over to Nichols. Nichols, 3-point shot. Comfort Fit Dentures, 3-pointer. Harley Nichols, her second 3 of the night. Her second Comfort Fit Dentures 3-pointer of the night, as Macy Brimhall, number 23 for the Lobos, getting ready to check in. Whistle out of bounds. Yarn's going to inbound. Yarn inbounds to Kinsey Flake. Flake now goes to her right. As she now dribbles up the court, she's going to be entrapped. As we're going to get a whistle, we're going to get a jump ball. Ball goes back to the Snowflake Lobos. Kinsey Flake to inbound. Flake over the top to Yarn. Minute 15 left, 55-37. As it's going to be kicked away by Upshaw. Great defense by Upshaw. Kicked away.
Yeah, and letting a lot of different girls play towards this end. Number 4 from Winslow, Kira Barton. I saw when she made that basket, the whole bench went crazy, so that's fun to see. And then Snowflake's got all their bench players in.
Minute 6 left, 55-37. Lobos on top. As don't go anywhere, folks, we have our post-game show. We're going to actually start wrapping that up here pretty quick, as we got our Deemer's Glass Man of the game, and our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint Player of the game. I think we've got those locked in on our end, folks, so stay tuned for those. We're hoping to be joined by at least one of them at the end of this broadcast. Bulldogs with the ball. Upshaw being guarded now. Upshaw dishes over to Yazi. Yazi at the free throw line. Yazi leans up, puts it up. That's going to be no good. Rebounds Nez. Nez puts it up in, no good. And now we're going to have Jesselyn Puhuvaiava up. She puts it up for 2 points. Yarn brings the ball across. Yarn now throws it towards Flake. Intercepted by Barton. Flake gets it back now to Macy Brimhall. Forward to Denhalter. Denhalter back to Macy Brimhall. 2 points. Macy Brimhall, the junior for the Lobos. 20 seconds left. 57-39. Lobos on top. Upshaw with the ball. Now to Jesselyn Puhuvaiava. Forward now to Yazi. Yazi being guarded by Orr. Yazi leans forward, puts it up and in. No good rebound. Aubrey Denhalter. Denhalter putting it up and in. She brings it forward. And that's going to end our game, folks. The score tonight, the final score, 57-39. as the Lobos come out victorious on the Winslow Bulldogs. Now stay tuned. We are at our post-game show, and the first thing we want to talk about is overall thoughts of the game. Mr. Clare.
I thought it was a pretty evenly matched game. It came down to turnovers, more turnovers by Winslow, and the rebound advantage went to Snowflake. They were able to get enough on the boards and get second chance opportunities, and were able to put this game away late.
As we're going to first go to our Deemer's Glass man of the game, and as you have our Deemer's Glass man of the game is going to be the young sophomore, Josie Clare. How many rebounds? 11 rebounds for Josie. I'm now joined by our Mountain Mobile Autoglass and Tint player of the game, Raynell West. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Tell us about your team and how they played tonight.
We just came in and we started off a little bit rough at the beginning, but then we pulled through and just started getting to work, and I think we did good at the end.
The turnover battle was tough at the beginning of the game, but you guys were able to pull through that. So one thing is Coach Brogan said before the game is he said, this team just goes out and does it by warm-ups to the game, and that's due to the senior leadership, and that's where you're one of them. Talk about the senior leadership on this team and what your role is in that.
I think that we just come out and we get to work, and no matter what, we'll just put our heads down and keep working, even if there's something hard ahead. And Raya and Taylor really have pushed me to do that and keep me accountable for myself and themselves. And anyways.
So you're taking this one game at a time as you move forward. You guys are ranked 1 in 3A, 1 in the Copper Open, but you guys are taking it one game at a time. Talk about your approach to each game right now.
We just take it one game at a time, and we just keep pushing, and anyways, sorry.
That's great. Congratulations on the win. Before we go, one thing I want to ask you is, I want you to give a shout out to one of your teammates and tell us why you're giving them a shout out.
I think my shout out goes to Taylor. She really tries to score every game, and that's one of her goals, and I think she's been improving every single game, and she keeps on scoring, and she keeps on getting better at that. And so, but I can do shout out to my whole team. They will all work so hard, and they all put their part in, whether they're on the court or they're on the bench.
Well, congratulations on the win. We look forward to seeing you through the rest of the year. We'll see you Friday down in Alchesay, and that could be a good one too. So congratulations to Raynell West. Congratulations to your Lobos. Thank you for joining us, and congratulations on being our player of the game.
Thank
you, Raynell. All right, wraps it up, folks. Your final tonight for the girls' game from Winslow High School, 57-39 in favor of the Snowflake Lobos. This has been Show Fort's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk106.7.com.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 KNKI Pinetop and iTalk106.7.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 106.7 and Country Mountain Airways, a Kopaniki communication station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the express written consent of iTalk 106.7 or Country Mountain Airways is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk106.7.com.